Dear candidates, I welcome you all on behalf of the Staff Selection Commission and wish you very best for your skill examination. I am here to dictate you a passage of 800 words at speed of 90 words per minute. But before that, you will be given two trial passages of 1 minute each at interval of 20 seconds to get you acquainted with my voice. After completion of two trial passages, your actual passage will automatically start after 30 seconds without any further intimation or warning. These two trial passages need not be typed in your actual transcription. You can also cross them to avoid any sorts of confusion. 10 seconds to start. Often, the states make complaints against the central government for not paying attention towards their financial needs and for providing them the required financial resources, and as a result of which development projects remain incomplete. Basically, it is the government of states which are responsible for making development in their states, and in order to fulfill this obligation they need money. States have been presenting their case before Finance Commission and the financial resources are distributed accordingly, and this thing is clearly mentioned in the constitution also. In the election manifesto, you have said that the right to work would be a constitutional right. What steps did you take to convert that promise into reality? How many extra jobs were created? So it was not only a political rhetoric, but it was a concrete dishonesty. Look at what you promised in the election manifesto and what was there in the president's speech. What followed after the president's speech is systematic running away from the election promises, and ultimately we ended up with no plan. You created sufficient situation for the next government of 9 months not to get off the ground so far as the plan processes are concerned. Humanity is a cumulative term used for all human beings, showing sympathy, empathy, love, and treating others with respect. The term humanity is used to describe the act of kindness and compassion towards others. It is one of the unique things that differentiates us from animals. It is a value that binds all of us. A human being requires a gentle heart to show empathy with others. We, as human beings, are creative, and with our will and hard work, we can achieve anything in our life. When we reached something in our life, it is considered a milestone of the human race. The value of humanity should be included in academics in schools for a better future. Humanity can be defined as unconditional love for all human beings irrespective of gender, caste, religion, etc. And it also includes love for plants and animals. The most significant humanitarian dedicates their life serving the poor and needy, which individuals can provide in their lifetime. Serving the impoverished means you are thinking about others more than yourself. If you are capable enough, you must help the poor and needy. It is a sign of good humanitarianism. Sir, the Honorable Member has very ably summed up in a way the total situation so far as irrigation is concerned and the problem that arises in this context. The question was of a limited nature, and we did try to give all the answers that the Honorable Member wanted. But now he has tried to amplify some of the things that he wanted to elicit from the government. I will try to answer as best as I can. It is true that there would be a shortfall in our achievement of irrigation target at the end of the sixth plan. The sixth plan target is 13 million hectares and likely achievement is going to be 11 million hectares. Thus, there will be a shortfall of 2 million hectares. As I answered to the question, the main constraint is that of resource. I mentioned for figure of rupees 1650 crores as additional central assistance for 2 years plus 20% step up in market borrowings for the program in 1993-94 as compared to last year. I want to clarify that this is not the figure which would be made available for irrigation. This is the total additional that the government has made available to the states in the state sector. We do hope that the states would be able to use as much of these additional resources that have been made available to them to reach the target and expedite irrigation programs about whose importance the Honorable Member very rightly stressed. It is a very important sector of our development and in a way all future development in agriculture and in other areas can only come from irrigation and development of agriculture which depends on provision of water. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, before adjournment, I was dealing with the question of selection and appointment of judges and the part the government was playing in the matter. I pointed out how the government had been discriminatory in such matters. I would beg of you to ask the Honorable Minister not to evade the issue that I have raised because there is a tendency on the part of the government to evade certain issues involving principles whenever they have no straight answers to give. Even if some answers could be given, they do not feel like giving those answers for reasons best known to them. Now, my allegation here has been this, and to the best of my knowledge, everything is true. Of course, part of it can be corroborated from the Election Commission as to whether a defeated Congress candidate had been appointed as a judge of the High Court of Calcutta, and the other part of it can be ascertained by the government from the persons concerned. That is to say, the former Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court. Now, the point that I want to make is this. When the Chief Justice had recommended somebody aside on the basis of now, the point that I want to make is this. When the Chief Justice had recommended somebody, that recommendation should not have been set aside on the basis of a police report. A CBI sub-inspector certainly is not a higher personality in our setup than the Chief Justice of a High Court, and yet the recommendation was rejected, as everybody knows, on the basis of the police report generally drawn up by CBI sub-inspectors of the regime. Now, sir, in the matter of selection of High Court judges, extreme care should be taken so that no extraneous considerations come in.